Squadron, the flying game,
Yeah,
like, needed the C buttons.
it's a terrible name.
That's how you threw out the tow cables was with the C buttons.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
I never owned an N64, so it's very foreign to me.
Yeah, I actually still have my same one from when I was a kid.
You got the
So
rumble.
I don't have the Rumble Pack. It's at my uncle's house because he borrowed it and I kind of took it back, but I forgot a bunch of shit at his house. So
I remember I played Pokemon Stadium a shitload, where you could like
yeah,
put your own. Yeah,
Pokemon Blue.
you could put that in the Nintendo 64 controller and play your actual Pokemon from that.
yeah. I
Oh,
remember.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a really cool feature. My friend had it, but I didn't because I was broke. So you know,
That sounds like me and Butterclone in college. I had like one game for the 360, and he would get every brand new game.
yeah. The only games I actually still have for my N64 are Ocarina of Time, which is Legend of Zelda, Banjo-Kazooie, Mario 64, and Majora's Mask gold cartridge. Yeah.
I was at like I don't even know what you call it, like a rustic store yesterday. We were walking around and they had a little like retro game section and they had like NES games. And I was like, I might find like a golden gem in this bitch. And I found like Super Contra.
Oh,
And I was like,
really?
I've never played that. And all the other games were like $1.50. I pulled out Super Contra. It was $39. I was like,
Wow.
what the fuck, man?
Yeah. It can get pretty pricey when you're looking for old games like that.
I got pretty excited because like the entire store was like old glassware from like the 50s that no one gave a shit about. And
like
then they had,
antique.
yeah. And then, because so I was hoping they wouldn't know what the stuff was worth. But of course, the one thing I wanted,
yeah.
700 Dateris.
That's what. Yeah,
Hey,
that's what you
what was-
find stuff with
What was that Allagash, or whatever you guys had that was shit? Was it the Stays On?
The what?
Wasn't there like a Allagash? Is that how you say it? The beer brewery?
I never heard that shit in my life.
Anderson Valley goes.
It's like ALLA.
Oh, I've never had that.
I don't think I've had anything by them.
What was that? Didn't you guys have a Saison that was like terrible?
All of them.
No,
I have no clue.
the sounds that we ended up picking for this show are actually pretty good. The Tank 7 and the Buxton and stuff like that.
I don't think we have Tank 7 over here.
No, Tank 7's local to Columbus. It's a pretty small brewery.
Is it from Columbus?
Yeah, I think it's from Homestead, which is.
No, it's Boulevard, I think.
Oh, okay.
Kansas City.
I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah.
What was that farmhouse ale?
That was Tank 7, and I also thought it was from Columbus for a while. But
Oh, okay.
it's Boulevard.
Hammered.
Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
I think I just found a ROM for Star Fox 2.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, you can get depending on how old the system, you can get a ROM and an emulator for pretty much whatever the fuck you want.
I remember Commander and I, 110 years ago, we downloaded, what was it, an SNES emulator?
Yeah.
And we downloaded, what was it? It was a fighting, no, it was a fighting game. It was Mortal Kombat, like 2.
Oh, yeah, and I couldn't play it to save my life.
No, it was terrifying. I remember the first time you chose like Sub-Zero and it just went fight and you just looked at me and said, oh, fucking Johnny Cage did some fucking crazy kick shit and it was over within like 30 seconds.
Hard on that, yeah.
We just looked at each other like, why did we download this? We're just going to get pissed.
Safari. I'm going to share my screen really quick.
I miss Turtles in Time too. That's
So if you
such
guys
a good game.
I've seen this shit, but if you want to get an emulator, you can get like a SNES.
Oh, wow.
USB.
Yeah, I've seen these before.
Yeah, I had. Mine went bad. I haven't bought a new one
This
yet.
would probably work for Kotor on PC so easily because you only need 3 buttons.
Yeah.
That's very true. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to the second one because I've never finished it.
I have that somewhere.
That controller? We used to put the emulator on a USB drive and take it to our photo editing class in high school. So we found out that we could get Halo Combat Evolved and play it locally through the local server.
Yeah.
So we would be like in our class and you would have like 8 kids playing it and we would just play without the internet. Just, oh shit.
Oh,
Got it
wow,
right there.
nice.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Jinx.
Right.
I think I pitched mine because the cable went bad. It wouldn't work.
Tim
But-
Fluto's pissed.
What?
Said he's coming.
Yeah, I think I got this on like Amazon. It was like $7.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
cheap.
wow.
For one of them.
Oh, hell, man. Dane Kid in the house.
Dane is pissed.
Darth Bane in
I'm
the
not pissed.
He should be. I don't know.
All right, I'm pissed.
You look like you're about to go murder some younglings right now.
Hey, no, I'll let my light work do that.
My apprentice.
Anakin.
All right.
Finally found this Tie Silencer Hot Wheels version.
Oh wow, nice.
It's plastic, but it looks pretty cool. It's
Yeah, it does look pretty
It's
cool.
plastic.
unlike
Like it doesn't actually fly. It's not real.
yeah,
Have I ever shown you guys my classic Luke Skywalker figure I found at like a retro toy store?
is it the one that looks like
The shitty one?
The shitty one. Yeah.
I also
Just
have
done that at Dollar General the other day.
I also have a Darth Vader one and also another Luke one, but I can't remember where those two are.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Kylo that I ended up.
He's got like the guy there's got like a whole bin of them, and every time I walk in, he's just like, "You here for the Star Wars figures?" I'm like, I'm here for the Star Wars figure.
He fucking knows, man.
Yeah.
That's the
Oh
only
wow,
reason I'm here.
that's cool.
They came out with like a new Black Series diecast version.
Nice.
There's only a few of them, but yeah, you know me and Kylo.
Oh, I still have my Kylo topper from fucking Force Awakens when it came out.
What is that for?
It's when I went to the movie theater, they would be on top of the cups. Like you could put it, you could buy it for like on top of the cups.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet actually.
Hell
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Win.
Dane, where are you at? Like it's bright and sunny and
Well, Texas, first off, but Huffman, Texas, north of Houston. We're making some fires.
you're not cooking. You're just making fire.
No, well, you got to make the cold hot first, obviously.
Oh, I understand now. I didn't know if Texas they did it a little weird.
No, yeah, we make fire too, obviously.
We're just eating fire.
No, I was in the Boy Scouts back in the day, and all we would do all day is collect firewood and make the biggest fire ever at night. It's like literally all you do in Boy Scouts, make fires.
Yep.
That's the only life skill that you took away from Boy Scouts.
I think so, yeah. All the other ones I got from the Army. They overrode him.
Just fires. Yeah, that face swap Mopar that you did in the group chat was hilarious.
I downloaded an entire like face swap app just to do that. I was like,
Oh man, I feel special. I got some face paint today, and I couldn't find like a good cloak, but I went in the women's section at Walmart, and they had this I don't know, whatever. It's a shirt, and when I put it on, it looks like the same deal in that picture. So I'm gonna paint my face. It's too late to get red contacts before Halloween, but I can do all the rest of the stuff.
Amazon's a thing. They'll ship it right to your face.
Right to your eyeball.
No, they don't do that in Texas because we got we'll shoot down those little flying droids. What do you call them?
Oh yeah, drones.
Yeah, droids.
Flying droids.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
My
They're just spying on all the Texans making fire.
my
Yes.
fucking alarm that I use to wake up every morning is just Atten yelling at what's that fucking droid's name? K something.
Okay, what?
I can't. No. The droid from KOTOR, the gray one. I can't remember his name.
From the second one, I have no idea.
No. He's in both games.
Oh,
T3?
T3. It wasn't K. No, I'm thinking K is the other droid. But yeah, I have a fucking thing where it's just Atten yelling at T3, and T3 is having a big fucking freak out, and I wake up to that every morning.
I wake up to Metallica every morning.
I have that Lamb of God. What is it on Resolution? Straight for the Sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what my alarm is.
Nice.
Yeah, I always scare the shit out of myself every morning.
change my. I had a Lamb of God song for a long time.
Yeah.
Well, some of them start out so good.
Yeah.
I think I had Now You've Got Something to Die For a while.
Yes.
There's no intro. It just fucking starts on the. Said it again.
So did y'all see that theory on YouTube about Rey killing all the Padawans, all Luke's Padawans?
No, but I like it.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense though, because she
Well,
was.
yeah, we talking through it made a lot of sense. It was like an accident. Well, have y'all seen the theory where she's like a wound in the Force?
Okay.
There's so many theories about Rey. Like,
Well, yeah, they've been so willfully misdirected in everything from
Exactly.
7 Up that everybody's just making crazy theories.
yeah.
There's a telling me.
Wait, did you say it's Rey kills the Padawans or Luke?
Yeah, like she was she was born with a whole bunch of, whatever, and they put her in that school, and just accidentally, she just blew up on everybody, and they all died.
We were discussing the theory that it was Snoke that killed everybody, and Kylo kind of just tagged along, and obviously isn't strong enough to do it himself. So everyone was thinking Snoke was,
Or
the one
Snoke
that
killed
actually-
everyone except Kylo and then took him away.
Well, I'll tell you, the first time I saw 7 and Kylo stopped that blaster bolt, I was like, nobody's that powerful. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Exactly. Because when I saw it, I was like, "What the fuck?"
Well, it was just in such there was such a instant. It was that and then stasis,
Yeah.
just within like a half second of each other, and both of them we've never seen on film.
And he holds it there
And
the whole time.
first, and then it just spins around instantly.
What if she has a negative effect on Kylo?
Well, everything's about balance.
He's literally weaker when she's around him.
Oh,
Yeah.
so she's like pulling the Force away from him.
Yeah, and if they are related, that would make it even sicker. But she's stronger when he's around. Like she just fucks with him.
What
Yeah,
if
it's
they
she
are
feeds
like?
off of him.
What if they're really closely related and like they pull from the same, I don't know, energy field that
That's what happened with.
They both can't-
Bachelor, right?
yeah,
They like fed off each other,
yeah.
and they have some other connections too. But
Well, that Rey theory that I watched, one of the things they said was it's still possible if they're brother and sister. Like
Yeah.
they've rewritten 7 and re-edited 7 so many times that there's a lot of stuff being left out because they said they were giving us too much.
Yeah.
So there's things on the table at this point.
I think originally she was either Luke's son for sure, or Luke's daughter for sure, or Han and Leia's, because 7 just has so many sections where it's like making it seem like she's one of their kids.
Yeah.
Her and Han, like that was written to mean something, and then they like didn't address it.
Right.
Well, it'd be weird if there was one part, or if like Rey in general can just like feed off the dark side, and that's how she figured out how to do the fucking the mind trick inside of Starkiller Base. That'd be weird, but
She just seemed like she already knew this stuff. It's just like reawakening in her. Like she's
Yeah.
already done all these Force powers, but all of a sudden, like she's
it's
just
coming back to
remembering.
her.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it was just like she blacked out one night, and now we're at Force Awakens that she's just like slowly remembering what she did over the weekend.
Oh, you know what pissed me off the other day? I had one of those people were like, I was triggered. One of these people were talking shit. How, she just hops in the Millennium Falcon and can fly around.
Right?
And I was like, okay, she's practically a young adult. She spent her time. Like, she's a pretty experienced person. She knows what she's doing. But the person was like a prequels person, and they were not addressing the fact that Anakin fucking as like a 9-year-old.
Right.
Yeah.
Only human that can do it.
Yeah. And I was like, really? Like, they were like, well,
And
she flies a speeder. She shouldn't be able to fly a spaceship. It's like Anakin flies a fucking pod racer. And
Luke is the same thing. He's driving that dusty old fucking like Chrysler LeBaron around in the sand dunes. And all of a sudden he's flying around like a jackass. Like he's
That's what I argue about that fucking scene. Is like I get that he uses the Force thanks to Ben and finds the torpedoes in the hole. Like I get that part,
Well, you used to have a T-16, the Skyhopper.
Within a day, he's in the rebellion and he knows how to like fly in formation and he's like part of a squadron and everything.
Well, he had a ship. He has a ship. They have the T-16. You can see it in the background in the original film.
Yeah.
The scene where he's like cleaning C-3PO, there's like a Skyhopper in the background, and there's like a comic book where he used to fly it, and he like Owen used to always get pissed off at him.
When was Owen happy with Luke?
Luke?
When he first got him,
When they first got him out of slavery,
just like a puppy.
Did you see the meme that was like Owen's the dumbest idiot ever? He bought the same droid twice, and it was like.
That's funny.
Oh, God.
Fucking, that's ridiculous. Never heard that in my life.
All right, I've got a new theory. Okay, this one I'm making up. Nobody's else. We're going to call this the last action hero theory. Rey is one of us watching 4, 5, and 6, except she gets thrown in there and she just has the Force, so she can do whatever she thinks of.
I highly, highly doubt that's a real thing, but that's a cool theory.
I'm on board with it. I like it.
What's this link?
I'll post a picture in here for you, but I don't think I can.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's this link? I'm not clicking on it.
Jedi dicks. I was trying to attach a picture of Luke being a dangus with that fucking Lego toy that he's playing around with as a 19-year-old.
And
As a 19-year-old, I forgot he's sitting there playing with that ship flying around.
You know the rebellion is the Empire?
I can't stand Luke Skywalker.
I don't like him, man. I don't like Luke. I think I will a lot after 8.
I like episode 6. Luke is fucking sick.
Yeah, he's got a confidence at that point, which he may not.
He shouldn't have, but
he shouldn't have, but it's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not my favorite.
Well, like when I was reading through, I can't remember which book it was, but I was just reading through like one of the expanded universe books, and then like I actually started liking Luke's character because he wasn't like fucking bitch.
Yeah.
And it was just like he was actually like going out and killing shit and not just being fucking Luke from the movies.
You know, I agree. I listened to an audio book of one of the, obviously non-canon anymore, and he was just kind of cool, calm, and collected, and he was kind of the voice of reason. It wasn't like he was overpowerful, but he kind of like talked people through their own issues because it's just like, you know, I hate sand too. Let's talk about it, you know.
In the Thrawn trilogy, he was kind of like that. They let him make he made so many mistakes in the Thrawn trilogy that I really liked his character in that. Like, he fucked up a lot. And, like, Mara just kept, like, outsmarting him. Thrawn was outsmarting him. Everyone. And then, like, you saw him, like, kind of have to come to his own, which was tight.
Yeah.
I wish I could get into that, but that fucking old bitch-ass hibernation Jedi, it's unfair.
Joris Kaboth?
Saboth, whatever the fuck his name is.
Imagine someone made, like, a fan-made version of Luke and Darth's fight, and halfway through Luke was like, I don't like sand either, let's talk it out.
Blue milk.
They have so much in common.
So it was the new Jedi Order books that's what I was reading or listening to. So the Yuzhong Vong were coming about.
I can't get down with that.
It was really weird, and it was kind of all over the place. And the technology, there was no rules to it because they're from a different galaxy.
Yeah,
and
it
was
sounds like Star Trek. It sounds like something they do in Star Trek.
That's what I thought when I read about the synopsis on it.
Yeah, I never
read it.
To that, but you were
I was just like, yeah, it felt like a weird, like, outbound flight or whatever. That book kind of has that feeling too, where it's like some weird, like, Trekky, like exploratory stuff.
Exploratory. Dexter's laboratory over here.
I'm trying to find the book that I was reading because I remember it was really good. But
Is his new book
we're
out
on an
yet?
air compressor right now.
Is his new book out?
It's non-canon. It's an older book, right?
No, he has a new canon book coming out.
Oh,
It's one of those Journey to books. Like they did the Princess of Alderaan one with Leia that came out last month.
You guys see in the chat that that subscription box that reached out to us?
The book one, right?
Yeah, they're supposed to send out the newest canon book, and then something from Legends that ties into the story or the characters in that book.
I think Luke's is the newest canon book right now that's coming out.
Thrawn 2, isn't that coming out soon?
That'll be a while, probably.
Yeah, it was just announced. What if they have everything fucking listed? I guess they're doing a comic book run about Benicio del Toro's character from 8.
DJ? Or whatever his name's going to actually be.
Yeah.
He's an 8?
Dark
Yeah,
Jedi.
do you guys know what his character is going to be? Because I'm really curious. Because I saw one shot of his character or something, and then I was
hope he's tied to the old Rebels.
No clue.
I hope he's tied into maybe a remnant of the Partisans, like Saw's group or something like that. Like some dude that's still around, causing trouble.
Just as long as he's not the collector from Guardians, I'm good.
Yeah. How comfortable is it?
Wait, Joseph Gordon-Levitt is a voice in Star Wars Episode 8? What the fuck is happening?
We talked about the show, you goddamn.
I don't remember.
Sounds
Fuck, man.
Joseph Lenny Kravitz.
Joseph Lenny Kravitz. I don't know what the fuck his name is. Come on.
2017-10, The Legends of Luke Skywalker, I guess.
Is that the one coming out?
On Halloween, yeah.
It should. I hope they don't blow it because it's so tough to write that character.
Yeah, because he's been a whiny bitch and also a badass at the same time.
One of the ones that I read that I really liked, someone wrote it from his perspective, which was really interesting because it was the only book that does that. Everyone, it's normally a narrative thing, but someone actually wrote it from his point of view.
From a certain point of view. I like
Who?
it.
Okay, who read Matt? Were you reading that?
I did.
What?
I heard bad things about it.
Were you reading from a certain point of view?
Or
was it Mars?
No, it was. All I remember honestly is the beginning part where Luke, Han, and and Lando were coming off of a mission, and then they all had to meet up at Coruscant with Leia. And then when Luke was leaving the meeting with Leia, he was being hunted by bounty hunters.
Oh,
and then yeah, I can't remember what the fuck the book was called though.
Was it the Bounty Hunter's book?
No.
I've read 2.5 of those or something. They were terrible.
Well, yeah, but Greedo was in it, and that was his first. I seem to remember Greedo's first bounty after he got out of school or whatever was Han, and it didn't work out for him, obviously.
Fucking died.
The only Rodian's the only good Rodian's a dead Rodian.
Stupid fucking Rodians. I remember it was
We got Jacob Weiss over here doing yoga and shit. What the fuck is happening?
I'm just eating a whole mini tub of ice cream here.
I'm drinking.
Fucking Rolo.
It's my new solid warm-up beer, I guess, is the Stone Tangerine.
Oh yeah.
Is an entire 350 milliliter bottle.
I was thinking the delicious one.
Yeah, me and my wife share one of those on Sunday.
Right. We're just warming up with this 18% gallon of beer.
Yeah, I just got my second Four Loko just to get ready.
Four Loko, shit.
Have you ever had one? Well, I'm sure you have.
Yeah, one of the CEOs went to Ohio State. They started it in Columbus.
They had the original one
Yeah.
that killed people.
Yeah.
That I almost died twice. I can say.
It's funny how that affects people. I was friends with this real big dude, and one of his friends called him a pussy and said he wouldn't drink 2 of them in an hour. He got 1.5 in, and he was throwing up everywhere. It was funny as hell.
Well, I'm not. I mean, I started drinking beer after learning about y'all's podcast, but this is me.
Nice.
Nice.
I can't do much of that.
Is that your breakfast or
Mopar.
No, it's post workout, obviously.
post workout?
I'll get my carbs, the Coke.
Oh shit!
We need a Patreon number between 94 and 421.
Oh, that's
420.
a good spread.
We need something to bridge the gap between those.
Arc 170.
170. Yeah.
Arc 170, right? Isn't that the ship?
Yep.
Yeah.
Smart. The fucking prequel ship that they put in the X-Wing game without calling it a prequel ship. Those fucks.
The headhunters.
No, the Arc one, the ones that you see at the beginning of
Episode 3.
three.
One time they made so many.
And they still call it us coils, but it's like the little tri-wing thing.
Bring poppers too.
They look fucking badass.
So sick.
This shit right here.
Yeah, those things are badass.
I love these ships, man.
Yeah, I was just watching a fan film that had those in them.
Fucking sweet.
Why wouldn't they just continue making those? Why would it have to go to the X-wing? That thing looks just.
You know how we were talking about DJ from
Yeah.
last show? Yeah, apparently there's a comic coming out for him.
Disney is just not holding back.
No.
Well, Disney owns us since birth.
Yeah.
May as well, right?
So true.
Fuck.
All of it.
Hey, has anybody talked about how the X-Wings have those new engines? Nobody said anything about it. It really bothers me.
Oh yeah, I tried to
haven't seen
respond
it.
to you.
Where
Oh,
it's
did I
got,
post that? I get drunk. I don't know what's going on.
There's so many fucking messages in there. It's hard to keep track.
where it's got the
It's
pod
all right,
racer
okay.
booster, the pod racer booster engine on it.
So
No. The old X-Wings had 4 separate motors. Now it has like 2 hemispherical motors, or like
Oh yeah.
on each side.
Yeah, so I guess they took
Weird.
it from the original concept art that the dude drew for the movies had it like this.
Oh,
Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool.
The one circular engine that split when the wings opened.
yeah.
And then they changed it for the movie. But
Oh
then
yeah,
they brought it.
yeah. I've seen that model before. Yeah.
There's actually a
Well,
lot,
it gets away from being turbines and trying to be in space like that.
there's a lot of stuff that they ended up pulling from original concept art that I had no idea.
What is that Blastoise on all fours? What the
Yes,
fuck is
I
that?
was looking at that too.
It's got guns for eyeballs or something. How many? What the fuck? I like the little clone riding on top,
Yeah, it's new AT-AT.
waving? Hey, bro,
just waving.
that's awesome.
Hello.
But yeah, I learned that this ATTE was an original concept art as well for Star Wars.
The heavy assault.
Yeah, the clone walker.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's cool that they pull from the original concept stuff.
Well, there's so much stuff out there. The entire extended universe, since none of it's canon anymore, they can do whatever they want. Like back to that Rey thing. When I was watching that theory on the Rey thing, I was like, I could see like a Revan-esque storyline in there somewhere. You know, if she did destroy the children and fucking whatever, came back, memory erased, and then kinds of cool shit.
That'd be cool. If they
It
can,
was,
if they can throw an homage to KOTOR at all, I'll be happy.
I found the book.
What book?
It was the one I was talking about earlier that I was reading. It's Dark Force Rising.
Dark Force Rising.
Yeah, it's part of the original Thrawn trilogy.
Oh yeah.
Sounds familiar. What are you eating? What kind of ice cream we got?
Rolo.
Rolo.
YOLO.
Yeah, it was that book. Yeah.
Yeah, I got all 3. I only read half of the first one.
Yeah.
No, it looks like I read all of the first one because I got into this one a little bit too. Old book smells so fucking good.
Yeah, I read most of the Old Republic on the phone. It's not cool because I don't have hard copies.
Phone doesn't smell like that.
No.
Phone
Well, I
doesn't
mean, it can. With the smell of an old phone.
Smell of those Nokias. Ooh.
Razor.
Fucking
Razor. Dear God. That and the sidekick. What happened?
Yes. Now we're in this crap. Touch screen. Can't read my fingerprint. Pissed.
Oh yeah, I remember the sidekick. That thing was fucked. And the razor. Yeah, motherfuckers. I never had any of that cool shit.
Well, like when I left, because I was stationed in Germany for a long time. So like before I left, I had a Razor, and by the time I got back to the States, they had smartphones, and I was like, what the fuck? Like we didn't have data in Germany. We didn't have any of these crazy phones. Like Sidekick was absolutely the shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I like pretty much time jumped from Sidekick to fucking iPhone 4.
Yep.
I'm trying to find that phone that all of us fucking had back in the day.
That's
Here it is.
Samsung.
No, it was a LG.
Oh.
Yeah, the brick phone, but it wasn't a brick phone.
It
It's
was
a flip.
flip brick phone that for some reason every one of our friends had this same exact fucking phone.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
My cousin has one of those.
On purpose?
No,
Still, that's the Obama phone. No, sorry.
Remember, I broke my phone once. Remember, because we were at a party and you left earlier than me.
Yeah.
And you went home, or you went back to my dorm at college, and then passed out. And you had the key, so I couldn't get in. I was locked out, and I was trying to throw shit at the window to wake you up, and I threw my phone at the window.
and you like slept in the bushes.
get you a Nokia.
Dude, I want that phone from the Matrix so bad.
All right.
There's a phone in the Matrix?
Yeah, the very first one, the one that Morpheus sends to him in the mail, and he hits
Yeah.
a button and it shoots out.
This
I
one?
thought that was so cool. No, it looks like a normal phone. That one, the second one from the left. No, that's not it either. Damn. Probably the one in his hand right there.
Oh,
Yeah, that one.
Bottom
You
I
hit the
shoot
button
out.
and the thing shoots down. It's got the numbers on it.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
Yeah, it was badass. Back in the day, before we thought a touchscreen was a thing.
Yeah. Before, porn on the internet.
Man, that fucking movie.
Like it or don't like it?
I like it. I
Love
like
it.
it. It's just
Okay, good.
I like the first one a lot. It's just goofy.
Well, a lot of people talk shit. Like that's the only movie I've ever stood in line for was the second or third one. I don't remember.
Only movie that you stood in line for?
Yeah, I've never. Well, I'm in Houston now with all those new Star Wars movies, and I'm able to go the night before at this special theater that has like Dolby fucking speakers in the wall. And it's amazing. And I just ordered tickets online.
That's a new thing in Houston is they have speakers in the wall. You don't have to bring your own speakers.
Well, okay. Let me rephrase. They've got like these giant subwoofer things in the roof and these reclining seats.
Oh, wow.
Like I'm from Corpus Christi, which is a lot smaller than Houston, so it's not the same. Yeah. Cooking my lunch for the rest of the week.
You just pulled
It's like about 12 pounds of chicken.
It's just an entire pig. Just eat it.
No, pork's bad. No, chicken's cleaner.
Jesus Christ.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
All right, now we need a Patreon number between 501 and 1138.
Oh, another cool thing.
22.
When I was in the Army, I was in the 501st Military Police Company.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, no, that's sick. I didn't even, when I got there, it's like, wow, that's a thing?
Cody 622.
What is that?
I don't know. You said you needed a number between.
One that corresponds with Star Wars, goddammit.
Oh. What was the first number?
Order 66.
Well, now we're to IG 88 and then Docking Bay 94. So beyond 94, we need something.
I didn't know it had to correspond to Star Wars. You were just saying like. No,
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I was like, what?
502.
Why not?
Like, I'll just pick a fucking number.
504.
7.
We got the ARC 170, TK421, the 501st, Cell 1138, and FN 2187.
And Death Star 2.
Well, you can say like C3PO 390.
390.
No, you don't like that?
Wait.
Thinking outside the box here.
K2SO, just $2. 3M4, TK4.
Oh, hey, you know how the R2D2 and C3PO are in all the movies? That fan film I was watching earlier?
Yeah.
This they have like the new, it's like 94 years after Battle of Endor. And this guy's about to get on the ship to go do whatever. And R2's fucking sitting right there. I'm like, why won't this droid fucking die?
That's what I'm thinking too. Outdated tech, man.
Well, I saw something earlier. This guy was talking about like whenever you change parts, like at what point does it not be the original thing anymore? I think he was talking about car stuff, and it was a Houdini quote. And Houdini's quote was, Well, if nobody has the original parts, it's still original. So that's what I said about R2. It was funny at the time. You had to have been there for my entire life today to be funny at that. I shared it anyway.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I want them to fucking die.
Had enough.
I wasn't that pissed about it, but when they showed up in Rogue One waving, the fucking ships ran away. I was like, you guys need to get out of the fucking movies, please.
I want to know what his red arm's about.
Oh, there's a
Because I didn't recognize him.
comic.
I didn't recognize him.
Oh, hey. Well, TA. What's up?
What happened?
I just live across the street from like a garage, which is really weird in a residential area. But I don't think they have zoning right here. So they have like a race team and a bunch of dirt track cars, and this TA with no hood just drove down the street.
Like a Challenger TA
No, like
or
a
a Trans Am?
there you go.
Okay. I was just say, I'm always on the Mopar. I know my Mopar. So when you say TA, I'm thinking 1970 346 pack Challenger TA.
Right.
Always on my Kuwait drive yards. Fucking shit. With the Clone Wars ships.
Mopar. I am hammered.
No, you're not.
I had
Not
one Miller Lite. I'm excited for the beer tonight. It's a habanero beer.
Ugh.
I was just
gonna-
listening to that episode with Andy Manhattan where we had the habanero cider and you were pissed about it. It was one
I hate-
where we went 3, 2, 1. I can't breathe. What the fuck?
Slow, because I had a chili pepper in the beer. Who does that? Come on.
Not that one. Not that one. The habanero cider.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But you were just like, you
It's
can't
pretty
hold it in
good.
your mouth for more than like half a second because it starts burning you.
You're not supposed to hold it in your mouth. You're supposed to drink the shit.
Yeah.
Think.
Trying to get the mouth feel, but it was burning my buds, so can't do that.
Mouthfeel. The fucking mouthfeel.
No, I mean, obviously, I want to have a bunch of different beers, but I mean, we do a podcast, so let's fucking make it weird. Why not? I want to start like importing weird fucking beer if we could. All the way from Canada, maybe. Matt McGee.
Hey.
Somebody suggested, and we should probably do this, is to just get one of those beer subscription boxes. And that way we don't have to think, and that we don't have to, because I was going to wait and talk about this on the show, but I was in Giant Eagle and I was like kind of pissed at the selection. Like they feel like they're just getting the same shit over and over again.
Yeah.
Kind of get stale.
That's the good and the bad thing about PA. Like, they don't sell beer everywhere, but so you have to go to like a beer store. But so if you go, I got to drive 20 minutes down the road just to grab a beer. But they have a shitload of different stuff, so it'll take a while for me to get through all that.
Shitload of different shit.
Just well, Kyle's Kill Lemonade. Got
Hey,
it.
Mopar.
It's kind of gay. What? Pink Floyd Animals.
Nice.
Yes. Actually, I saw like a 10-year-old at the mall yesterday with a Pink Floyd Animal shirt, and I
Did you ask
I
him what his
almost ran
favorite
up and
album was?
I almost ran up and kissed him, but I didn't know whose child it was, so I thought I might be tased.
Not
by
in
the
this
end of
day and age. You want to go kiss some Pink Floyd babies.
Pink Floyd babies. Oh
I'm
my
just-
God.
Once I move into the new office, I think I'm gonna finally get the needle replaced on my my turntable and get a rack and set up all my vinyls and shit because they've been sitting in a box for 2 years.
I've considered buying just a brand new deck
I
for that stuff,
do that.
and I figured the newer technology would sound better.
It'd probably be
You can get them for a pretty good price.
I was looking at Audio Technica.
Yeah,
They
those
make
are the good ones. They have like the JE3 ones or whatever that have like the little blue light where the needle is. Those ones are like, I think they got $120.
yeah, that's not bad, and I'm sure it's a lot better technology than trying to replace old needles and shit.
Yeah, Audio Technica is badass company. That's what these headphones are.
But then I got to start really going out and trying to buy records and being a bitch about that. So,
I have
You just gotta feel like a hipster the whole time.
yep, yep.
too many for my own good.
Like the only places you can buy records, they also like sell incense. Like that's the only spots that you can fucking buy records from.
Or half price books.
That's
Yeah.
true. Half price
And you
books,
just have grandmas turning in Miles Davis records.
but half price books also sells incense. I'm pretty sure. So
they might.
it's debunked.
The one by us has a Star Wars Risk. I need to go get.
Ooh.
I'm picking it up with Commander Cody on the front.
Interesting.
Mopar, where are you at? Pennsylvania?
Yeah, I'm like a hour west of Philly.
Tatooine.
Like where they moved to the suburbs and it's always sunny.
No, it's been raining all day. We've talked about this. I'm fucking pissed.
Always raining in Philadelphia.
Always raining in fucking my city.
Just edit Mopar's face onto it and then just scratch out fucking Philadelphia in my city.
In my shit. I'm doing it right now.
I'm doing it. Fuck you. I'm already started.
All right.
Wait,
Well,
what city are you in?
it's called Marietta. It's right on the Susquehanna River, which is like the main river out this way.
Husqvarna River?
Susquehanna. So it's in between York and Lancaster. It's right in the middle. Those are like the two major cities around me.
I just looked up Philly record shops, and there's like hella good ones.
Well, yeah, the fucking towns from like 1412. Of course, they're gonna have everything known to man.
Before white people were even here.
Before white people were here, they had records of like Metallica records and shit over that way. So
I saw a shirt the other day.
What's that?
I saw a shirt the other day, and it said Lars should have died. And this picture of fucking what's his nuts. Oh fuck, never mind.
Cliff.
You know what I'm talking about. Fucking that dude that died. I can't remember his name right now
Cliff.
for some reason.
Cliff
Yes,
Burton.
Cliff. They had Cliff and fucking whoever the fuck I was first talking about on the same picture. They said Lars should have died. Oh yeah, Lars. Lars and Cliff together, and it said Lars. Whatever. He sucks at drumming. I don't like him anymore. Some kind of monster ruined Metallica for me.
I was saying to Mopar, I was watching some live shit, and I was like, Lars looks like he could completely fall off the rails at any second.
It looks like an arm's gonna fly off at any drum beat. Like,
together, man, like the shit speeds up so often.
Well, he's so hurt. I mean, being a drummer is hard enough, and then being a drummer for Metallica for that long, like that dude's hurting hard.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
But
being
he
that
bitches
drunk
about
for
it,
that
so all you
long.
see is the bitching.
Yeah, you got to be drunk more often. He'd be doing better.
Then you go back on coke.
Yeah.
I sent a clip of Orion to one of my buddies who's a drummer, and
Yeah. Oh, fucking love that song.
And I was like, just confirm that this isn't a normal 4/4. He's like, he didn't even respond to my fucking question. He was like, Lars Ulrich sucks.
Oh god.
Of course it's 4/4. It's the only thing he can play. Yeah.
But it almost feels like it's not 4/4 because like he drops half of a beat because he's drunk as fuck.
Yeah, he hits the bass drum 2 times and then misses a beat at the end, and it just goes right back into it. It was almost like a fuck up that just made the best song ever.
I was
Yeah.
it's like them in the studio, like James is like, no, that's not how it fucking goes. But the fact that you messed up actually sounds kind of good. Let's do that.
Well, like I don't know what it's called because I'm not a musician, but like disintegrating drum beats. I don't know how to describe it. I can't think of a fucking song it's in right now, but like when they sit there and they're going off and then it just breaks down with the drums. You get like what you're describing, but they do it on purpose.
It's halftime, so they'll be going quick, and then it'll hit a beat, and it'll just I think it's called halftime. That's what you're trying to say.
It might be.
That's sad.
I like breakdowns and shit.
Yeah, breakdowns. That's what they essentially are.
Badass, man.
Sabbath.
Been staring at Kylo's shuttle all fucking day. So sweet.
Oh, that was sick, man. I love that new Imperial shuttle or whatever they call it now.
This thing's
First order.
Okay, so the Empire, I'm gonna agree with Commander on this. The Empire wasn't evil, but the First Order is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they had tofu.
That doesn't make any sense because I feel like the Emperor's a lot more evil than Snoke, regardless
Well,
if we know a
compare
lot
him
about
to
Snoke.
Vitian, he's like
But he really, yeah. I didn't
we don't know what Snoke is, but like First Order with that whole, Nazi headbanging scene on the fucking planet where he's sitting there, this is the First Order. That was just sick. Like they didn't do that in the Empire. They just had orders and everybody followed them and they were trying to keep everything together. It was a totalitarian community, but it had some balance. First Order, they're just taking out entire systems.
yeah, that's fucking crazy.
If you read the Phasma book, they talk a lot about kind of what they're doing in the Outer Rim.
Uh-huh.
And how like all the children are coming from the poor backwater worlds. So like before where those people would become like rebels or like fight, instead they're just taking them from birth, so they have no one to like
Stimulating them. That's a great idea. That would work.
Entirely. But the whole Phasma book is like about that. Like how Brendel Hux would go and just like he would go to these like primitive planets and pretty much come like find out about their society and then trick them into giving him all their children, and they would train them, and then they would assimilate the people to work for them.
So that Phasma book's pretty dark then.
Yeah, but it kind of I wasn't that stuff was cool, but a lot of it is kind of shitty actually.
Well, Phasma, the character really pissed me off in the first place because I was like, how can you just give up the force field like that?
Oh,
Yeah.
Like,
no.
oh, you're going to be sorry, but here, let me turn it off. Like, no, you're going to die for that. There's no reason
You
to
gotta
turn
read the
that
comic book to see why. If you
Yeah.
if you read her book and then her comic book, you'll understand exactly why she did it. She pretty much what they're hinting at is she's gonna go with whoever's gonna win.
Oh,
So, like, she joined the First Order because she saw how strong they were, and she was like primitive. She left her planet, and then Brendel ended up like destroying everyone that lived on her planet, and she became like Phasma.
That's Hux's dad, right?
Yeah, and then in the comic book, they talk about after she let the shields down and she got out, she found the only person who had seen the footage of her letting the shields down, and she framed that person and then killed that person, so it looked like they put the shields down.
Yeah, I saw
Like, she's savage.
That's badass.
okay. See, I like that because I love Dorana Tarth, and then Phasma. I was like getting pissed by it. But if she's really like that, then I'm down.
I feel like if she makes it out of 8 alive, that in 9 she's not going to be a part of the First Order or a part of like the Resistance. I feel like she's just going to be like a wrench in the cog and like fucking everything up from the outside.
like a bounty hunter kind of, but like
Yeah,
with
but
a
like
vengeance.
kind of like how Maul got in Rebels, where like he wasn't really on anyone's side. He was just like doing his own thing and trying to he wanted to kill Obi-Wan, he wanted to kill Sidious, like he wanted to kill like everyone. Like he was just out to fuck everyone up. Like he
Get a
didn't care.
list.
Man, I thought it would be really fucking cool if Ezra became Maul's apprentice.
Yeah,
I think there could have been some really cool shit there.
I think it would have been cool because then it would have been better for him to die. Especially if Vader would have ended up killing him.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think that's how he needs. Vader needs to kill him.
That show pisses me off because they bring in Vader for like 2 episodes just to make everybody's favorite episode because we wanted to see Anakin and Ahsoka go to town on each other. And then he's just gone. He has like no part in the story at all. I just like, of course you brought him up for that reason only. Like you're not integrating him into the story. He just pops up for some fucking fan service for like 2 episodes and then he goes away.
Just a badass cameo.
And I think they brought him in because of, I mean, it makes sense in the story because it was when they went to that Sith temple. And they were like, okay, like this, we ain't fucking around anymore. Like, Vader, go handle this shit.
Yeah.
But the first time he showed up, he shouldn't have showed up.
Right.
Like when they were at the, when Ezra was like pretending to be like one of the trainees.
Right.
There's no
Because
reason.
that was like the first episode of season 2.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't come back until the finale when he goes to the Sith temple.
If he just came back for that, it would have made perfect sense.
Yeah.
But he shouldn't have been going and let it. And then Ezra and everyone got away. So it was like,
Right. Of course. And we don't know if Ahsoka is dead or not. Like, of course. Of course.
Dude,
That's that shit.
That's what I was trying to see about that pop. They made the glow-in-the-dark pop.
It's like a hollow transmission, though, right?
I don't know. Or a Force Ghost.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. I need to start the few episodes of the new season.
It's pretty good. I like the Mandalorian stuff.
Yeah. I can't really turn down Mandalorian awesomeness. Sabine's always been like my favorite part of that show.
It's gay.
Because Maul's obnoxious. I hate the fucking rebels.
These beer
Bunch of drawings.
subscription things are fucking expensive.
This is Jifu, but
Tell me,
yeah,
Like $50 a month.
for how many beers?
he, like, lifts
12.
one arm and it's like
12?
and he drops it on this with the other arm.
You heard me.
I didn't.
Finn's are wrong.
$50.
The way he was in today. Yeah, interracial.
So if you think about it, that's like $4 a beer.
go for shares. They like pretty much straight on.
cheaper than if you're getting beer at like a bar or some shit.
I
Yeah,
know,
but what-
but we're not.
Is there a trial version for it? Because I mean, what if you get like shit beer, like outdated fucking stuff that nobody wants?
Right.
Well, that's what I was wondering. It's kind of up to them.
It can't be shitty beer.
Oh, well,
12 beer. So they sending you like 3 at a time?
Well, it says 4 styles, 3 of each.
how many styles do they have?
4,
Really?
How many of each?
3.
Whatever.
We might want to look in. I'm sure there's a few of them, so maybe we can find one.
This is the only one. It's so
Guaranteed, the only one. I confirmed it with the president.
we should just tell them we're gonna sing their praises on the show if they just keep
Sponsored?
feeding us beer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could reach out to one. Yeah, and do like a partnership.
And then they'll listen to one of your reviews and say, "Oh God."
We'll just,
Yeah, we're
we'll
done.
just be absolutely shitting on the beers they send. This is the worst fucking terrible thing.
It's like a clown just jizzed in my mouth.
He definitely had pineapple though during the day or something.
Well, as long as there's pineapple, I'm good.
Oh,
Onion?
Sorry.
Is
is that onion?
What was the cotton candy one?
Hold off on the garlic, Charlie. What the fuck, man? All right, we've had
Should
enough
have
of
done that
that.
in their voice.
God fucking damn it.
All right, guys, we gotta hop off and get ready for the show
Do it.
that will pop in at 8.
Do it.
But yeah, I'm glad everybody was able to pop in and chat.
I'm glad Deadpoolio wasn't able to pop in. Fucking.
Yeah,
Edible, so I probably didn't want his ass here anyways.
yeah,
I got your
he
ass for
had
it.
an edible.
yeah. He said that just before we started. He was just like, "Oh, I just popped an edible. I'm ready."
He's staring at the wall right now. I guarantee it.
Probably.
Well, he's talking
wondering-
to us right now, but he doesn't, actually have us open.
He doesn't have his computer on yet. He's just talking to the screen.
Yeah.
Kids look
Hey,
like
guys.
fucking running.
Why aren't you guys responding to me? What the fuck?
I think we're gonna alternate weeks, so we'll do this every other week, and then we'll
Okay.
do, like a Mopar and Commander fucking story time shit
Story
Nice.
time with Mopar.
on the off weeks about him locking me out of my dorm and me breaking my phone trying to wake him up through the window. So we'll be live in 20 minutes ish on YouTube and all that shit. So yeah, hope you guys
All right.
are in, but thanks for popping in and fuck around.
Cool. Kill it.
Cool. Later, guys.
Clown jizz.
Bye.
Bitch.